What's up, guys? Manny here, back with another video. And this weekend we had Kron Gracie versus Swanson, and they had an incredible fight at UFC Tampa. I really wanted Kron to win this fight. Him being a jiu-jitsu guy, I'm a jiu-jitsu guy myself. Also, his dad, Rickson Gracie, one of the best fighters of all time. He has this documentary called Choke, and it was just a really inspiring documentary, and I watch that like at least once a year. So I'm a big fan of Rickson Gracie and the Gracies in general. So I really wanted Kron to win the fight. Also, I actually met Kron once in Venice Beach. Super cool guy. He was running, and we stopped and talked for a moment. Super cool guy. Swanson as well. He's a great guy. Swanson as well is a great guy. Veteran of the sport, amazing fighter. He deserves to be champion, and maybe 2020 he'll finally get the UFC belt. Amazing fighter. He's always been a contender at that 145-pound division for the last 5 years. So yeah, they had an incredible fight. Kron took his first loss. Kron is 5-1, so he literally just started his career not very long ago, and he's already in the UFC. So big ups to Kron. And Swanson 26-11. So this was his toughest fight. This is Kron's toughest fight, and he hung in there. He had an incredible fight, back and forth. Going into the first round, Kron was very aggressive. He came out throwing heat. Swanson was very elusive, amazing footwork, slipping and sliding out the way, piecing Kron up. Kron just couldn't take Swanson down, and Swanson had amazing footwork. He was on the back foot, drawing Kron in. Kron was essentially chasing him around the ring, and he couldn't land many punches. He was landing a couple punches here and there, but was landing the more significant shots. Also in round one, Cub hit him with a big body kick, and Kron wasn't phased at all, but he hit him with a big body kick and a couple big body shots as well. So Kron is incredibly tough. He's definitely someone to watch out for. Amazing performance. Round one I gave to Cub. I think the main thing that I seen with Kron was he wasn't throwing any kicks, and I don't know if he was injured. Maybe sometimes you never know what these fighters are dealing with when they go into the cage. All of them are injured when they go in there. So Kron might have had a leg injury of some sort to where he wasn't throwing kicks. He was essentially just boxing the whole time. And round one definitely goes to Cub. Kron also couldn't take Cub down. That's a major thing, especially at this level now. He's in the UFC. The wrestling is such an important tool to have. Such an important tool to have. He couldn't take Cub down, so he's forced to stand with him, and Cub is a better striker than him. So it was just, but that being said, he still was hanging in there, throwing shots, being very aggressive, and it was just a great fight. Round two, I gave to Kron. Kron actually cut Cub in round two. He hit him with something, ended up cutting him, and he was very aggressive. He was landing more clean shots. He had him against the cage a couple times, but he wasn't able to take him down. He pulled guard like 3 times in that round, and Cub did a good job of slipping away whenever he would pull guard. But in the process of slipping away, Kron would hit him with like an up kick, a donkey kick of some sort. So solid round is, again, that round I gave to Kron. And then going into round 3, it was even on my scorecards. And Cub really brought the heat in this round. He wasn't backing up as much, and he was landing more heavy shots, just being very, very clean. And Kron's striking started to slip slightly, and he started throwing kind of sloppy shots, but he was still landing. He went to pull guard a couple times. He almost took Cub down with hip toss, but Cub was able to adjust and land on his feet. Very good reflexes by Cub. Amazing fight, amazing fight. Going into round 3, I gave that to Cub as well. The judges gave the fight 30-27 for Cub. I believe Cub is the winner, but I felt like I don't feel like he won every single round. I felt like round 2 went to Kron, but that's whatever. Amazing fight. Kron Gracie will be back. He's definitely someone to watch out for. You see him in his first. That was his first leap in competition, and he did great. He did great. He lost, but he didn't go out there and show his ass. He put out a great performance, and he took his first loss. But I'm very curious to see how he comes back. I believe he'll come back 10 times as good. And Cub Swanson, amazing performance by him as well. I hope in 2020 we'll see Cub in a title fight, and he'll hopefully get that belt. He's been working at this for a long time. He's been fighting for a very long time. His record 26-11. He's had so many fights, so many moments in the sport. A couple years back when Jose Aldo was first coming onto the scene, and he fought Cub Swanson in WEC, Jose hit him with a flying knee right off the bat, reminiscent to Jorge Masvidal versus Ben Askren. In fact, that fight probably inspired Jorge Masvidal. But Cub, he came back from that and went on a tear. He's had so many ups and so many downs, so it's like I really would love to see that guy finally get the belt. He's an amazing fighter, very good striking, very crisp, very hard worker as well. So big shout out to Cub Swanson, amazing victory. And going forward, I'd love to see him fight someone in the top 3 and then give him a title shot, or if someone falls out from the next title fight, give it to Cub Swanson. He deserves that. He's a great fighter. And drop a comment below on who you think Cubs should fight next and what you thought of the fight as well. Where does Kron go from here? Who does he fight next? Do you believe Kron will become a champion? Drop a comment below. I appreciate you guys for watching. You have a good night. Peace.